Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, I've got you an FPV antenna, so to speak, today. It's the Dual Shield Pro, and once again something designed for Fatshark goggles, and it speaks for itself, right? It's two patch antennas, right, built into one, which cover a large field of view, basically all the way 120 degrees, so it's every angle in front of you, all the way to the left and to the right. And it's also got a slight tilt upwards, so that if you tilt your head down while you've got it on, it's still pointing up towards you. But the whole idea is it's a patch antenna like this, right? But it's a two-in-one. You plonk it on the front of your goggles and it covers your entire field of view spectrum, all the way from left to right. But it also does a full 180 all the way around to the back of your head. Now, you're not going to get as much signal around the back of your head as you would with an omni antenna, so an omni. So you're not going to get as much signal round the back, but apparently you get about 150 feet or 150 meters or whatever it was round if you fly behind you. We'll test that because I don't know myself, and it's something I want to check. Right, just come out, as you see. I've never tested it, I haven't even took the label off, the sticky back label, because you basically just stick it on, screw it into your goggles, right, and you're off, right? But as I say, it's designed for Fatshark goggles. However, when I looked at the photos of this, I did notice at the back the cable, this cable was a lot longer than that one. So I thought there is no reason why, and I'll try it now, so if it snaps you know not to do it. Oh, let me just move them out the road, it's a bit stiff. Right, it's a bit stiff, but gonna have to give it a bit of a tug. Coming out. Oop. Ah, there you go, look. That's where the antenna comes out there. That's why that one's snapped in. So what I'll do with this is, I'll pull that back in there, the patch. I'll tell you what, while we're here, let's have a look at the back of the patch. Not much to see, so forget that. Put that back in there, and what I will do is, I'll put a little bit of hot glue or bit of glue or something on there, right, and bend this over to go for me to fit on the sky zone. So if I do that now, right, I'll do this all on shot, because if you want sky zone cameras, goggles, this is something you're going to have to do. So bend the cable over a bit and just bending the cable. Well, I'm looping, making a loop more than else. I'm not making a crease in the cable, that's the last thing you want to do. Alright, and just sit that back on there. That will go in there, yeah, and that, I'll have to turn that round, but that will screw into the goggle. I'll do that now. Just holding onto the cable, give it a twist. Alright, yeah, you're right, I'm concentrating. Right, so yeah, so there's no reason now why that, okay, this cable's a bit longer now. But I'll get that stuck down. Now this one's a bit loose because I've taken that out. So these two cables hold this in place, hold the actual both patches in place. So I'll have to stick them both down again, right? Pop a bit of glue in, line them up, get them connected onto my goggles. Right, I'll do that bit. Right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll do that bit and cut. Oh, I might as well tell you, you get 3 stickers in the bag. Oh, and you can see on there the field of view. I hope you can see if I hold that steady. I'll tell you what, I'll leave a link in the description as well, and you get all that information on the website. Right, but yeah, I'm going to do that now, and then I'll come back and we'll see how it looks when it's all put on and put together. But it doesn't seem that difficult, just a bit of glue just to hold it in place and line up the cables. Okay, jump shot. And I'm back. Right then, got them on. Now, a couple of things. The actual plates that I showed you, I said I was going to glue them. I just double-sided sticky taped them on, just so they come off easy enough, just in case. Right, that's a just in case. However, as it happens, right, because this is designed for a Fatshark goggle, right, different shape to Sky Zone, so it wouldn't actually fit, because it's actually more flat, right, whereas a Sky Zone goggle's more rounded. Right, so because it's designed for Fatshark, so what I've done is put a little bead of hot glue around the sides, not the bottom, right, nothing under the bottom, just the sides and the top, just to lock it in place. And if you ever do this with hot glue, right, and you need to get it off, don't try peeling it with a knife, right. The easiest thing to do is get something hot on it, hairdryer, whatever you want, right, warm the glue up first and then peel it off with like a wooden stick or whatever, and that way you don't scratch up your goggles. Right, yeah, so there it is then. And like I said, I don't know if you'll notice on the camera, but it's actually, if I hold the goggles like that, the actual patches are tilting upwards at the moment, but if imagine my head dropped a bit, now they're actually level. Right, so it's just an extra little thing. If you keep your head up, right, it won't make a blind bit of difference, but just for the head tilt, it's there. But will they fit on Sky Zone goggles? Yes, they will. Right, so that's that question answered. Little bit of messing about, as I said. Right, I had to stick them in place. Oh, as for the camera on the Sky Zone goggles, I put a little bit of felt over the camera before sticking this down, because I don't want the camera ruined. Just in case I hate this and I want to take it off, I don't want the camera ruined. Right. Now, yeah, so as I think I'd covered basically, because there's not much to it, it's 2 patch antennas. The whole idea is to save taking your antennas off every single time. You can just chuck this in your bag, right, and your antennas just stay on all the time, because as we know, taking these on and off constantly, depending, if you're flying every single day, yeah, you're going to do some damage to the pins inside. But if you're only flying a couple of times a week, it's going to take a long time before the pins get damaged. But that's the whole idea, something to stay on your goggles permanent. Right? And if you happen to be flying in a, say you're in a bando and you want to fly a long way behind you, you can easily just unscrew one of these and just stick an omnidirection, just stick one on so you've got both running at the same time. Right, but you'll only have one patch running then, obviously. Right, but with this being a diversity setup, right, you're going to have the full coverage completely in front of you, at the side, all the way around to your back. Now, are they any good? What I'll do is I'll take them to the field, have a flight, show you the flight, but all I'm going to do, right, is take a micro out just for a little test. Right, and I'm just going to that church area, that smaller field, right, because basically I don't want to push it, because I want to do a behind myself test. So I'll stand, well, basically take off facing away from myself and see how good the signal is, and I'll show you that on DVR. Which we all know though, DVR is always a bit worse to what you see in your goggles, but you'll be able to get a gist, right? And they're not going to perform fantastic flying behind yourself because they're a patch. And as we know, right, anyone who uses patches and stuff, they're great when you're in front of yourself, but when you go behind yourself, they're a bit duff. Right, but yeah, so they look nice. It's a pity I had to glue them, but they're designed for Fatshark goggles. Right, but they look nice, I've got them on, they're fitted. If they work okay, I'll just be able to leave them on and that's it, full stop, because I don't fly behind myself much. Occasionally, yeah, but just as doing like a fly-by, so to speak. Most of the time, I'm within, shall we say, the radius of the goggle. Right, left, right, or middle. So, anyway, now what else I can say without testing them, so let's give them a quick test, and like I said, I'll try both ways, in front and behind, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll tell you my opinion. Right then, I've got the VTX, well, it's a little micro, it's on 25 milliwatts, the VTX on the micro quad, and excuse me, I I don't know if I'll have to cut that, I'll have to listen to it back first. But yeah, I'm flying in front of myself, right, and as to be expected, it's a good signal. But you're flying in front of yourself using a patch, 9 times out of 10 you're always going to get a good signal. Don't worry about that bit of break up there. Yeah, you see, behind myself, pretty close behind myself, still crystal clear of my goggles. Alright, so even though there's a bit of crackling on the screen, that's just the VTX, that's just because it's DVR footage. Now here, I'm going right behind myself on an angle between me, the car and the quad, and there's a lot of break up on screen. Now I did get break up in my goggles, I'm not going to lie to you, I got a lot of break up in my goggles, but I could still see. But once again, it's only at 25 milliwatts, and this isn't really designed for 25 milliwatts, I don't think. Right, this is designed for at least, well, 500 minimum. Now behind here, I'm about, I'd say 60 foot away from myself. I just took a freeze photo there just to show you. You can't see very well, but I'm about 60 foot away from myself. Now remembering it's the DVR, I'm remembering it's only 25 milliwatts, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Right, but I would not push it beyond 50 odd foot at 25 milliwatts. Okay then, let's jump back to the guy on the couch. So, what do I think then? Well, on that 25 milliwatt VTX and the little micro quad, not bad at all actually. Not perfect, but at 25 milliwatts you're not going to get it perfect, are you? And you're not going to get very far behind you, right, at 25 milliwatts. You're looking at about 50 feet, I reckon, maybe 80 feet, and then you're starting to lose signal quite a lot. However, the work pretty good. I can't do that. That felt so strange. They work pretty good actually, so I'll be keeping them, I'll be using them, and I'm looking forward to getting out with my 5-inch quad, right, with shall we say a better signal. That's all we'll say, a stronger signal. Read between the lines. And I reckon they'll be pretty damn good then. Next time I go out, which I'm hoping to get out in a couple of days, right, with my big quad, I'll also fly behind me. I won't do another review of these things, I'll just mention it in the comments, you know what I mean, in the description. But fly behind myself with a better signal for the VTX, from the VTX to the patches, and you'll be able to see yourself. I'll stick a bit of DVR footage in there as well maybe. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting out with a strong quad. But if you've only got micros, really, if you're only flying micros, don't get one of these. Don't get one. Get yourself a patch and an omnidirectional like I showed you at the beginning. Right, then you can fly right behind yourself and stuff like that, and you're not worrying. Because just for micros, you're close range anyhow, 9 times out of 10 with micros. So you don't need something that's going to give you a big patch, a big range, flight range, not with micros. But at the same time, if you like them, the work with micros, and it's something you can just leave on your goggles, right? You don't have to mess about with them. So even if I suppose I'll go back on what I just said, even if you just fly micros, they work fine. Stick them on your goggles, forget about them, chuck them in your bag, you never have to worry about antennas ever again. Right, I'll leave it there then. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and look out for me next flight. If I remember rightly, I'll put some sort of in the title, I'll put with dual patches or something, just so you know. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to testing them though on a proper 5-inch size quad and giving them a proper good rip around the field and really see what sort of image I get. But I must say I do like, because that tilt, because where my goggles is now, these are pointing up, and if I imagine you tilting your head down, now the level, I do like that idea. That's a snazzy little idea. But once again, for Fatshark goggles, they'll fit no problem straight on, right, piece of P. Right, Sky Zone goggles, little bit of messing about you have to do, like you saw I did at the beginning. But they work, right, they work. And if you don't mind spending a little bit of time, I mean, it took me, to sort this out, to get them on, it took me about, what, 15 minutes. Right, so we're not talking super technical and takes forever. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little review, and cheers.